Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and sub if you're serious about the digital asset space, and let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. I am on day 2 of my fast, feeling good. So right here, guys, old but gold. Now this was sent over by I Am Legion. Definite follow here on Twitter for the XRP community. Specifically, of course, the threads, the link, the pictures. That's just really nice for anyone that doesn't want to leave Twitter. All right. So to kick things off, Earthport and Ripple, a joint product. We know that their connection, integration together. We know Earthport with Visa. We know the relationships. You basically hear this regurgitated time and time again. But I've never shared the specific document, so wanted to introduce this. And then be sure to stick around because I want to show you guys another document that basically will give you guys, or anyone that you want to share it with, a synopsis of XRP and the true value add behind it. Right here, Earthport provides cross-border payment services to banks and businesses. Through a single relationship with Earthport, clients can seamlessly manage payments to almost any bank account in the world, reducing costs and complexity to meet their customers' evolving expectations of price, speed, and transparency. And then, of course, it talks about Ripple, providing one frictionless experience to send money globally. By joining Ripple's growing global network, financial institutions can process their customers' payments anywhere in the world instantly, reliably, and cost-effectively. So obviously, it seems like they can help each other. As we can see here, Earthport and Ripple are now partners. Now, this document is from October 10th of 2017, where Earthport provides payments and liquidity capability, but Ripple actually enables this connectivity. So the connected sending banks to deliver these payments all around the world. All right, so as we can see, Ripple, what it replaces, we already know. Traditional payment rails, the interfaces like Swift, all right? We can see that via custom APIs, etc., kind of updating everything and making sure there's one standard or messaging and interoperability, all right? This goes hand in hand. Of course, you can kind of see how ILP has the parallels to this, but essentially, the whole Ripple program is kind of a different version of ILP, very similar, essentially. Xcurrent does have atomic swap technology on the messaging side of things, whereas, you could say XRapid. I know people will attack me and say it's on-demand liquidity, acting like I don't know the difference, but you get it. So now Earthport, of course, they're replacing traditional correspondent banking network, Swift, altogether. So it seems like they have the same goal. All right, compliance and licensing, we can see the access, of course. Users use existing Ripple software, distributed ledger technology for more productive and easier communication, and of course standardizing connectivity to Ripple-enabled banks and Earthport. All right, as I've kind of already said, same UX, just similar, easy onboarding, plug and play. All right, now Earthport, guys, already ability to process payments to over 190 countries plus, access to bank accounts globally via local ACH without corresponding banks, guys, completely replacing this archaic correspondent banking network altogether. Can talk about the speed, of course, increased speed with, distributed ledger, DLT. It's funny how they say DL technology instead of DLT. It's kind of funny to see how the acronyms and everything and abbreviations evolved. And you can notice that if you read other documents as well. All right, certainty, use sophisticated APIs to get payment information, FX, and payment status. And of course, you can kind of get the rates before agreeing upon them, costs, and customer service. So huge benefits. We can see the entire payment flow here. So basically, showing, sending institution customers initiates the payments, goes to now they actually integrate with Earthport using Ripple software technology, utilizing DLT and Ripple's distributed ledger protocols. So then goes Ripple. Earthport receives the payment instructions and Ripple's platform and transforms it into any local ACH format required to deliver the payment to a global network. Guys, look at this. And then it goes right back to Earthport being integrated to the global bank of partners or groups, networks of partners, They receive the payments and then look, payment directly into their bank account via local ACH. And the payment is posted directly into the beneficiary's bank account, underlying in liquidity, funds, and settlement. I mean, just look at this map. I don't have to read everything. You get the gist. But this was dated back to 2017. We know the partnership was announced in 2016 at least. I'm thinking of something else that was announced in 2015. But I just want to show you guys what is really going on and what has been going on before all of the digital asset space. Before I didn't find out about XRP until March of 2017. All right. Of course I knew Bitcoin kind of when it came out and everyone was telling me to buy it, but I just thought it was some Chinese money. All right. And sorry about any noise in the background. All right, next up, XRP Crypto Wolf. So we heard the news today. India's Supreme Court strikes down India's central bank ban against cryptocurrency. The Supreme Court ruling is a huge win for cryptocurrency investors and businesses, since it used to be hard for 1.4 billion Indian citizens to buy and sell crypto until now. Now, again, helping the unbanked. And then right here, of course, Binance makes this announcement. The Supreme Court of India has struck off the Reserve Bank of India's banking ban against crypto. Remember this ban? There was a bunch of FUD in 2017, 2018 saying this is why the market's crashing. Let me check the Bitcoin price right now with the news. My guess, when there's positive news in the crypto space such as this, they already knew it was coming. It's a good time to tank the market. So let's see. We are not terrible, down like 0.5% on Bitcoin. Everything else might be down, 0.5% or 1%. I don't think it's going to be long-term by any means, but should be no surprise, all right? And they look forward to supporting our partners, of course. They have, I'm not sure how to pronounce this group, but I'm really watching it. I would like to actually look into this crypto a lot more and purchase it, just like, BNB absolutely took off. But I cannot because I'm in the United States. It's Wazir, W-A-Z-I-R. If anyone can hook me up, let me know. Completely joking, by the way. And again, they're empowering 3 billion people with the freedom of money. All right. Now, keep in mind all the work that Ripple's been doing with India, with the Reserve Bank of India. We already know the connections, and I kind of want to thank them largely for, having India welcome their arms to cryptocurrency as a whole. All right, next, this is really interesting. So March 3rd, 2020, got the NASDAQ posts article on how to leverage the expected 2020 crypto derivatives trading boom. Guys, if this isn't bullish, I don't know what to tell you. As we can see in this article, he, put his screenshots, King Solomon here, of the whole article, but I'm just going to kind of speed through it briefly. Essentially, just talking about this, how we know 2020 has been called by Ripple and other groups the year of the digital asset. Well, it's funny that they're calling it the year of, crypto derivatives trading boom. All right. There's tons and tons of money. I know people, even right here, people were very upset about that Bitstamp Bitcoin flash crash, and even about XRP recently on BitMEX as well. I mean, just things happen. There's not a lot of regulation. It's getting there. Right. So now right here, basically, the main takeaways are this, guys. Check this out. Total crypto derivatives trading on exchanges topped $3 trillion in 2019 with an average daily trading volume of about $8.5 billion. The market also rose from 10% of the spot trading market volume to 1/5, so 20%. All right, and then 3 major exchanges right now, really. So BitMEX, OKX, or however you want to pronounce it, and then Huobi DM cornered the majority of the crypto derivatives trading activity, accounting for almost 85% of the total market volume. There's tons and tons of money behind the space. I personally do not recommend anybody to trade, derivatives. All it takes is little wicks to, wipe you out entirely, or it trigger the stop loss. But if you guys have years of trading experience, definitely do it. I only do it with, reasonably small amounts. I've won a lot of money, and I've lost a lot of money. And notice how I said won, because I do see it as gambling. All right, even if you're good with TA, if you have your risk to reward ratio set up well, then yeah, you can make a lot of money. But sometimes you have to take profits when you're, taking small wins, and it's just part of the game. Can't be greedy. Pigs will get slaughtered. All right, talking about this, multiple trading options. I was reading this earlier. Basically, you get the gist, guys. Multiple trading options, including healthy leverage. We're going to see more and more of this. I know that, Coinbase as well has margin trading now as well on Coinbase Pro platform. It's going to grow and grow and grow. But again, the little guys are going to get crushed. So just be looking after yourself. But notice, guys, remember the derivatives market as a whole is over. I mean, on the low end, you can say, trillions. But on the high end, guys, you can say it's well over, say 1.2, 1.4 quadrillion dollars in the derivatives market. We're talking futures, swaps, options, all of these products that are built around the money. And if you think that's too much money, guys, you should see how much money the Fed is printing on a daily basis. It is literally, these are just made up banknotes, and it's not even physical fiat anymore. It's just typing imaginary numbers into a screen. So if you think that there's not enough money to go around, I don't know what to tell you. All right, lastly, we're going to finish off with this. So Jungle Inc. sharing this. So as the volatility of XRP approaches that of a global currency basket. Now, this is some speculation, but it's interesting to see kind of the value add that XRP has here. I've shared this article. This was back in, February of 2016. I had a video on this in like June of 2019, just kind of going through this whole thing. So again, the return of investment of using Ripple and XRP for global interbank, not intrabank settlements. All right, entire network of interoperability. So if you guys ever want to go through this, highly recommend it. I'm going to link this in the top of the description of my video. If you guys just want to see everything, you can see the FX costs, the rates, everything agreeing. I mean, even for the example, guys, they have the Federal Reserve, they have the U.S. correspondent and liquidity providers, Japanese, Bank of Japan, of course, no surprise there. Don't even, get me started on MUFG, which we've talked about. We have two countries. You have, limited transaction visibility. All right. You can just kind of go through this whole thing and you can actually see how much money they stand to save, how much money, you can estimate that it takes to roll out this product, the, time to do this. And this was all made in 2016. And then, of course, they have the universal implications of, kind of little definitions here for each person to kind of understand and get it. Of course, the Basel III, compliance. It's just a great read if you guys are technical, if you want to understand, the whole value add behind it and the models that they have down here regarding, basis points as well. Highly recommend it. Share this around with anybody that kind of wants to understand what exactly they are targeting, right? I mean, look at this. Just one example, in the 100 trillion plus market for non-cleared interest rate swaps, 5 trillion in collateral was required to offset OTC counterparty risk in 2014, while the margin for cleared derivatives rose by $455 billion. It's just absolutely absurd. I'll have to go through this again, but guys, there's just really, good pieces of nuggets of info in here. All right, but basically just to go through this, I just want to read this. So specifically, Ripple can eliminate 6.8 basis points or $18 billion annually in liquidity and payment operational costs. Implementing Ripple with XRP, which further improves liquidity and treasury operations costs, can lead us to a total savings of 8.8 basis points or $23 billion annually. Now here's highlighted, and Jungle Link highlighted this. As the volatility of XRP approaches that of a global currency basket, that is what we want, guys. We want, not the volatility, we really want the liquidity, but as we can see here, the volatility of XRP approaches that of a global currency basket, cost savings can amount to 12.6 basis points, so nearly double, or $33 billion annually. Furthermore, as banks globally adopt Ripple and as liquidity costs, are eliminated, I can't even talk. There is a real possibility that the marginal cost of international transactions approaches zero. Now, not zero, but approaches zero. We already know how much it is to send XRP on the network. And I mean, obviously, I would like to say it approaches zero as well. To accelerate the market thickness and reduce volatility for XRP, remember, higher prices allow lower volatility. Ripple will soon introduce an XRP incentive program to algorithmically rebate market makers who provide liquidity through XRP. And I know Galgatron has some great articles talking about, how to truly incentivize, market makers, and talks about liquidity and kind of goes in depth for everybody to understand. And then, different versions of volatility as well. I know we talk about a few times on this channel. Guys, really good article. If you can take anything away from this, I just want the XRP community to be well informed. Again, this will be in the top link of my description, the cost-cutting case for banks. I'm getting lightheaded from this fast. I need to go chug some water. My head is killing me because I cut coffee entirely. So with that, guys, I appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.